My name is Elizabeth Lederer. I'm an assistant district attorney in New York County. I'd like to ask you some questions about a series of things that happened in Central Park on the night of April 19th of 1989. Before I do that, I'd like to advise you of your rights with respect to statements you may make now, okay? You have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer any questions. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Anything that you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You have the right to consult a lawyer now before any questioning and have a lawyer present during any questioning. Do you understand? Could you please answer out loud?
Yes.
If you have no lawyer or cannot afford a lawyer will be provided for you now free of charge before any questioning. Do you understand?
Thank you. Yes.
Did you see anybody else in that group that you recognized?
A couple of others, but I don't know where they live at.
What were their names? Do you know?
Raymond.
I'm sorry?
Raymond.
Raymond? Do you know Raymond's last name?
I know
Is that
him.
Raymond Santana?
Yeah.
When you first saw her when you were down there, did you ever see her standing up?
No.
Did you see how she got to be there?
I know she was forced to go down there.
When you say she was forced to go down the hill, do you know if she walked down the hill or if she was dragged down the hill?
She was dragged.
How do you know she was dragged down the hill?
Because she sounded like she didn't want to go down there. She said, I don't want to go down there. It's like part of kidnapping.
Could you say that again, please?
It was between kidnapping, she didn't want to go.
Right. How did you know that she didn't want to go?
It was like, you can hear the tone of her voice, she didn't want to go. She was screaming, trying to go off on Steve and Kevin.
Could you see what they were doing to her?
Huh?
Could you see what they did to her?
They were sexually abusing her.
Okay. Before that, to get her to that place, did you see how they got her to that place?
Yeah, they grabbed her. They grabbed her off the street.
Who grabbed her?
Huh?
Who grabbed her?
Raymond.
Right. Did you see how he grabbed her?
He picked her up and covered her mouth.
Did somebody hit her?
Huh?
Did somebody hit her?
They hit her till they got down to the bottom.
Raymond put his hand over her mouth and he picked her up?
Yeah.
What did the other two do?
He was calling her to help him because she was acting wild.
What was she doing to act wild?
Like she was fighting. She was fighting to get off. Then he dropped her on her feet. He kept out there. He tripped her. That's when put her down. And when he tripped her, that's when they carried her down.
Did you say that they carried her down?
Yeah.
How did they carry her down?
It was carried by her hands and feet.
Why do you say they must have? Did you see how they got her down there?
No.
Try to tell me again, if you could, how they took her from that spot into the area where the mud was.
They probably picked her up.
Okay.
Picked her up.
I'm asking you to try to think as best as you can. Don't tell me what you think they probably did. Try to tell me exactly what you saw or heard, okay?
I remember him getting scratched from her.
You saw him get scratched by her?
Yeah.
When she got to the bottom of the hill, what did Steve do with her?
It was Steve and Kevin, and Steve had a knife, and she thought that her knife was through. He ripped the shirt and cut it straight off.
What color shirt was she wearing?
I don't know.
What color shirt was she wearing?
I don't know.
You don't know what color it was? You said you saw him cut it?
Yeah, you see it, but I didn't see it. They must have took the shirt or whatever. I didn't see it.
Did somebody take the shirt off of her?
Yes.
Did you see who
Steve
did
took
that?
it off.
Right. And did somebody take her other clothes off?
They took her pants off.
Who took her pants off?
Raymond.
What kind of pants was she wearing?
She's wearing those sweatpants. I guess it was sweatpants.
Were they long pants or shorts?
It was, I think it was tight sweatpants.
You say tight sweatpants. Were they like bike
Yeah,
pants?
bikers.
And when the pants were taken off, what happened?
It was taken off, it took it halfway off.
They just took them halfway off?
Yeah.
Was she lying on her back or on
Yeah,
her face?
her back.
What happened?
It's right there, punched in the eye, beat up.
Who punched her in her face?
Steven.
And did you ever see him use anything to hit her with?
No, I haven't seen.
You didn't see him use any kind of a weapon?
No.
Did you see him use a stone or a brick?
No, I haven't seen that.
How many times did you see him hit her?
I seen him hit her twice. And when he hit her twice, Kevin got scratched up again because he was trying to hold her hands down. And Steve said, "Oh, Kevin, she's scratching you up, man. There's evidence on you that she's scratching you up." So he hold her hand and he slapped up. So she scratched him up.
Who did that?
Kevin.
You said that someone had sex with her?
Yeah, Kevin. It's Kevin. Raven. It was Stephen Raven.
You sure who had sex with her?
Yes.
Who was the first person to have sex with her?
How do we get it? It was Raven.
Do you remember talking to the detective about who had sex with her?
No.
When you talked to this detective earlier, to Detective Nugent?
Huh?
When you talked to Detective Nugent earlier, did you make a statement to him and tell him that 2 people had had sex with her?
Yes.
And did you tell him the names of those people?
Yes.
Did you tell him one of those people was Steve?
Yes.
And do you remember that you told him that one of those people was Kevin?
Yes.
All right. Now you just said it was Raymond.
It was Raven. It was all 3 of them.
All 3 of them had sex?
Yes.
Who was the first one who had sex with her?
So it's all. Or what? Who? It was Steve.
Okay. What did Steve and Raymond do?
They were playing with it too.
They were playing with her. What exactly were they doing?
Huh?
What exactly were they doing?
Kevin was playing. Steve was playing with her chest and James. And Raven was playing with her legs too.
And after Kevin was done, did he get off?
Yeah, they got off. And before they left, once they pulled out his knife and cut her legs up. Cut her up.
What did he do to cut her up?
Huh? They pulled out and just started cut her legs up. His chest, whatever. I didn't really see it.
You didn't see him do that?
No, but I just seen how he was swinging. I seen the knife go over there and see him swing. And I know maybe that she was knocked out. She had to wake up from that stab. She was waking up from the stab marks.
Was she screaming?
She yelled,
When Kevin was finished, did Raymond have intercourse with her?
yeah. No.
Okay. Let me show you a picture. You recognize what that is? What is that?
Her shirt.
Was that near her or on her when you saw her?
It was there. It wasn't on her.
Okay. Do you want to show another one? Tilt it down. Okay.
Look at that picture. What's in that picture?
It's her.
Is that the woman that you saw?
Yes.
Is that sort of the way she looked when you saw her?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
What do you see in those pictures?
Her legs.
Let me show you this picture again. I want you to take a good look at that picture. Okay, does that show a picture of her head? Is that the picture you just looked at a minute ago? Can you see in that picture her head?
Yes.
You see the side of her head? How did those marks get on her head?
Mark knife.
Who did that?
Steve.
Those aren't the injuries of a knife. The doctor says she has a fractured skull.
Oh, it is.
Well, I shouldn't say that those aren't the marks of a knife. She has a fractured skull. She was hit with a very, very heavy object there. Do you know how that happened? Is that the way she looked when you saw her?
Yes.
And you say that she was moving and still screaming when you saw
She
her?
was moving a little bit. She wasn't in a position like she was dead. But she,
You see in that picture her eyes? Her eyes are black and blue? Do you know how her eyes got that way? Who punched her? Who punched her?
Raymond and Steve. And I feel it was Kevin. So this,
Let me tell you right now, Korey, okay? This is very, very
I
serious.
understand.
This may be murder. We don't know if this woman is going to live. I want to know exactly what you saw and exactly who said what and exactly what you said to people. All right? After seeing those pictures, I'm sure that you can see how important this case is and how important it is to know what happened. Let me tell you, Korey, we're going to do some tests.
I understand. You know, a contest. Oh, a contest, huh?
Mm-hmm. We're going to take a specimen from her. All right, and we're going to analyze that.
Okay.
We're going to take samples, blood samples, from a lot of different people.
Follow me.
All right. I just want you to know that if we do that, we will probably get an order to take a sample from you. And then we'll compare the two tests.
Oh, I don't mind. I understand that.
All right, because you're in a position now where if you know that there's going to be a match, that you'd be better off if you tell us about it now
I understand.
instead of saying something that's not true.
I understand. I understand. Hey.
If we do that test, are we going to find that it matches Kevin?
Hey. It's going to match one of them. I know what I see.
Okay. I just want to give you a chance because I want you to be in a position where you're going to tell us the truth. And I just want you to know we're going to do those tests and we're going to make comparisons. We're going to compare them. Okay? Now, if you want to change something that you've said to us, because we're going to find out something in short order, now's the time to change it. Do you have anything that you want to change?
No.
Is there anything that's different at all? Because in a few minutes, we're going to end this interview. All right? I can appreciate that you're scared, and I can appreciate that this is a pretty sad case. But the thing that's most important is that you tell us exactly what happened. Because if you don't tell us exactly what happened, exactly what you saw, and exactly what you did, and exactly who you were with, and we find out that you were lying, it's going to look pretty bad for you. It's going to look like not only did you do something, which maybe doesn't turn out to be so bad, but that you lied to cover it up. And then it's going to look a lot worse.
I ain't covered nothing.
Hmm?
I ain't covered nothing.
Can you take your hand away from your mouth? I can't understand
I
you.
ain't covered nothing up. I know
Is there
what I
any-
said.
Is there anything that you want to change about what you told us? Who was it who dragged her from the path into the woods?
Steve and Raven.
And who else was there?
Kevin right there.
And what did they do after they dragged her down by the stream?
Like I said, they just dropped her, and they threatened her like saying they would slap.
And did you see them hit her?
Yes, Steve slapped her.
How many times did he slap her?
Slapped her about 3 times. Yeah.
He only slapped her 3 times?
And that's what it looked like to me. Slapped bad. Then Raven slapped her. But after a while, Kevin got scratched up by her. He punched her in her face. They all started punching in her face.
Who punched her in the face?
Kevin
How many times did he punch her?
punched her in the face about what? Twice.
Did anybody else punch her in the face? Korey, you saw that picture. I'm asking
I
you.
understand.
How did she get the injuries that she had when you finally saw her? I mean, you get a punch, you see a fighter, you get a punch, you get a bruise.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get bleeding. You don't get these lines. You don't get a fractured skull. From you.
That more look like it's from like it's like a rock wood.
Did you see anybody hit her with anything but their hands?
That's it.
And I'm telling you, Korey, I don't want you to think that you have to say that, but I want to know what you saw that explains how she got so badly hurt.
I did see Kevin pick up a hand rock, a small hand rock, and hit across the face with it.
How big was the rock?
It was a hand. Like it was a big, it was a good shape rock. Yeah.
Are you just saying that because I am asking you?
No.
Why didn't you say it before?
Huh?
Why didn't you say it before?
I remember me taking a quick glance in the dark. I remember him picking up a rock from out the dirt.
What did he do with the rock when he was done?
Huh? When it was done, I think he threw it away.
All right, Korey, I don't have any more questions for you. Is there anything else that you want to say? All right, it is now 5 minutes to 2. This interview is concluded. Thank you. Korey, it's now 3:15. We concluded an interview at about 2 o'clock. I have been informed by the detectives that you wish to make a statement.
Yes.
Do you wish to say something?
Yes.
All right. Before you say it, let me give you your rights again. Let me remind you, my name is Elizabeth Lederer. I'm an assistant district attorney in New York County. you wish to make a statement.
Yes.
Do you wish to say something?
Yes.
All right. Before you say it, let me give you your rights again. Let me remind you, my name is Elizabeth Lederer. I'm an assistant district attorney in New York County. You have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer any questions. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Anything that you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to consult a lawyer now before any questioning and to have a lawyer present during the questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you have no lawyer or cannot afford a lawyer will be provided for you now free of charge before any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now that I've advised you of the rights, are you willing to tell me the truth about the woman who was assaulted in Central Park on the night of April 19th of 1989?
Yes.
When I spoke to you about an hour ago at the conclusion of our conversation, I told you that we were going to shortly end our interview, and I told you that if there was anything that you wanted to change or anything that you wanted to correct, that was the time to do it. Now, let me just stop you for a second and say what I want to say. I now understand from the detectives that you want to change something that you said in the first statement. You want to change a lot. Why do you want to change the statement you made before?
The whole thing, I played innocent, and I know I wasn't. So I was with everything. So we was looking at her, and I felt kind of bad. This is my first extreme I did to any type of female in the street. This is my first rape. I never did this before. This will be my last time doing it. This is my first experience. This will be my last. So when they did that, they just went on. They just went on what they was doing. And after, Kevin and Raymond picked up a rock. I think, no, I ain't gonna say a thing. Kevin hit her in the face with the rock. That's what knocked her out. Definitely knocked her out. She thought it was a punch, but it was a rock that hit her. Steve was using the knife to cut her legs. I don't know how he was doing it. He was using cut her legs. Half of them was using their nails to cut her legs. And then me and Yusuf, since Kev and Steve and Raymond was acting wild, me and Yusuf stayed to the side. Even though we were playing with her, we stayed to the side. They were acting too wild. They were swinging on her and everything.
What does that mean?
What?
They were swinging on her.
They were punching her face, punching, boom, boom, boom. I couldn't stand looking at them punching her face straight through.
They were doing it with both hands?
Yeah. It was like more than two hands just punching her face.
Who was punching her?
Huh?
Who was punching her?
Kev, Raymond, and Steve. So we all got little nicknames. So we wasn't calling each other by our real names, we called each other by nicknames.
What are your nicknames?
Huh?
What are the nicknames?
Since my friend Yusuf is tall, we call him Kane. My nickname is Polo. They got, and Fedari is just Fedari. That's his nickname. We always go by our nicknames.
How about Yusuf?
Yusuf? Yeah, that's his name, Kane, because he was tall. So we said like
Does
this.
Kevin have a nickname?
Kevin? Sometimes we call him Lemonhead, because his head shaped like a lemon. It's yellow.
How about Steve?
Steve, we make up a name. We call him Tony Madonna, because Tony Madonna was dirty.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
When we took a statement from you before, what you're telling us now is not the same thing as you told us then.
No,
Why didn't you tell us the truth before?
I couldn't face telling the truth. I couldn't face it. I I could not face it at all.
What made you change your mind?
I thought about it. I thought about it good, strong. Something told me you can get me with by lying.
We are about to finish this interview. I want you to know we will not have another interview, even if you send the detective and ask for a third chance to say something. So I'm asking you now the way I did at the end of the last interview. Is there anything at all that you have told us in the last half hour that we've spoken that is not true?
No more. All I said, that's what I had to say. I couldn't play myself innocent through the whole game. Something didn't sound right. It didn't sound right to me. I was playing innocent through the whole thing.
Did anyone make you change your story?
No. I thought about it. I thought about all the lies I said. And all the detective came in my face, arguing, cursing at me, hitting on me. I thought about it. I said to myself, you know you said a lie. You said about at least 10, 20 lies. I said, not even the first minute I stepped inside. All I had to do is tell the truth. I probably would have been home. But nah. Then I told a lie. I got to face up to what I got to live up to. Nah.
Have you told us the truth now?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell us the truth voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you wanted to?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force you?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you?
No.
Thank you very much. It is now 20 minutes to 4, and the interview is concluded.
So, go get your soda or something, right?
Huh?
Gotta go get your soda. You sound like a little thirsty or something. You want something?